All right, so it looks like we have the second part of the conversation on whatever. I'm going to go ahead, sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and give my opinion and see which side I agree on, whether it is the females or the males. Now, I will try to be as objective as possible.
The date thing. So women want men to do all this traditional stuff, opening the door, paying for the date, gifts, flowers, providing. In my view, these are reserved for women who are worthy of them. Just like women are not obliged to sleep with you on the first date, so too are men not obliged to provide for you on the first date.
You make a good point.
Yeah.
I feel like, both stances could be right. Like men who are comfortable paying and men who are not, like it's
Sure.
up to your
go out with
discretion
us,
what you want to
and
do with
that's
your
that.
money.
If
Look,
you don't want to pay on the first date, then that's fine. Then you're not going to go out.
But
Yeah.
for a lot of women, it's like you want a guy this falls into a few different categories, but just like we as men have to prove ourselves to you before you sleep with us, I'm of the opinion, and I'm instructing men to do this, you should be screening women just as hardcore as they're screening you.
100%. And in case you're not aware of how to screen women, I've mentioned this before, I believe, but it's actually a lot simpler than it seems. So basically, just have a few phone conversations with her, and you can really understand what her values are based on what type of topics she talks about, how much profanity she uses, how much sexuality she talks about. So if a woman openly talks about her sexuality with somebody she barely knows, what type of sex position she likes, or she posts things on Facebook, what type of sex position she likes, or she needs some sex, or these type of things, well, that's a low quality woman who has no class, because women are supposed to be pure, or at least in accordance to what men are attracted to, right? Because I'm not saying that you have to do that. You can do whatever you want. But if you're looking for a man that is going to commit to you, most men, they're looking for a specific type of woman. They're not looking for someone who has been around the block. They're looking for someone who's especially for them. And it's very easy to see that just a woman who has family values will most likely be a way better choice. So just take that in mind. Have a few phone conversations, sort of see what she talks about, where her mind is, where her priorities are. You can kind of be aware of that. And if she's not worth it, just don't take her out on a date in the first place.
So I think you should wait to provide men should wait to provide until you've proved yourselves to us. You don't get the benefit of my provisioning until I know you are only talking to me. Because like I said earlier, one of the main reasons I don't want to pay for a girl on a first date is these girls are dating multiple dudes. They're sleeping with multiple dudes. You don't get my provisioning until I know you are only talking to me.
I think that's
How
fair.
do you know they're sleeping with other dudes though?
You have to make that assumption in 2023. That's how people
But
move.
like some of them really are not. Like
Bro,
are really
they
not.
are.
You can't.
That's
You
just the
can't
thing,
assume
though.
that
Like,
okay,
you
so-
never know, so you have to take
Look,
precautions.
so if they're not, then you still do the vetting process, maybe 2 or 3 dates, and you determine they're not, and then you feel comfortable, and then you move on in the relationship as normal.
Yeah.
Let's
Wait,
say, let's say
so
they're
you're
not.
saying that they go out just to eat and they don't actually like you?
What do you mean?
Like you're saying, like you're worried that someone's just gonna you don't want to give your provisioning and providing.
Well, that's actually very common. So women will go out to eat with men just for the sake of having a free meal. This is very common. This is why so many men have been friend zoned. So it doesn't necessarily mean that she's interested in you just because she's going out with you. She may just want something to eat.
For until you know that she's just with you, right?
Ex-
But you're
Pretty
saying
much.
you're worried that someone who would go out with you, that they don't actually like you, they just want the meal.
A lot of
Some-
girls do that.
Some girls do that.
A lot
Some girls
of
do
girls
that.
do that.
Look,
Thank you.
I know how people
That's what I
move.
mean.
People have 5 dates in a week with different dudes. Even average chicks can get
Did you remember that the thing that he pulled up? She literally said that she went on 6 dates a week just to pay for
Yes.
groceries.
Thank you for bringing that up,
Yeah,
Kelly.
but some
Hold on,
guys
hold
are
on.
okay with like paying for dates.
I'm just going to go ahead and give you what my advice is. I'm not even going to finish the conversation. What my advice is to avoid dating women from North America altogether, unless it's from a more traditional state like Idaho, for example, or one of the flyover states. It's really just not worth your time because the majority of the women are going to have these type of over-sexualized and immoral personalities, and they're not going to be fit wives or mothers, okay, because this wouldn't go well in a family situation. They're not to be trusted, or they don't even believe in the family situation in the first place or respecting a man in the first place. So you could go to a more traditional state or save up some money and travel around to some countries where women are more traditional. Now this takes a little bit more effort, but if you're looking for a wife that is going to be loyal and is going to be traditional, it's going to take a bit of extra effort, considering in the United States it's almost not even worth it anymore, especially with women thinking that things like OnlyFans and putting thong pictures on Instagram are completely acceptable. So that's all I have to say. Peace out. See you later. And oh yeah, one more thing. Body count matters, and it matters a lot.